Nicholas, there are also people who say you need to be pushing, they're talking to the president, about changing the filibuster, coming out strong as a carve out. What are you hearing from lawmakers about whether or not that's realistic? The president has not been clear about whether or not he would even back that.
This has been an ongoing issue for Democrats in Congress over the past year. I mean, in some ways, it's kind of like Charlie Brown in the football, right? Like, they have this big, lofty goal, the football, and they swing at it every time and then miss it because the filibuster is the thing that stands in their way. In a 50-50 Senate, you need 10 Republicans to get on board with any piece of legislation to move it forward, unless, of course, you try to reform the filibuster, which is what some Democrats have talked about. There was some talk among some Democrats, I heard from sources about trying to create a carve-out of sorts for issues like voting rights. But that still requires a majority of Democrats to get on board with that. And Senator Sinema has stood strong against changing the rules of the filibuster. And so this brings us back to square one. You have these big, lofty goals. H.R. 1, the big democracy reform package, issues with passing Build Back Better, and any number of different Democratic policy priorities that any one senator in the Democratic Party has veto power over.